Hey Tubies, it's Psychic Bob. Well, welcome to Friday. Ooh, it's Yoga Friday. So good to be back with you guys. Well, I got some panicked letters yesterday because I didn't get out a video. People were in, Psychic Bob, where were you? Are you okay? Something wrong? Why aren't you doing videos? Psychic Bob just had to have a little break yesterday. I am doing a lot of private readings, which I love. And I want to give a big shout and say thank you to all of you who've been calling my office for a private psychic reading. I do have a little bit of a backlog, but keep calling. We'll find a way to get you in, okay? I've so enjoyed talking to so many of you. And as you know, my schedule's getting quite full. But we'll find a way to get you in. So don't think, oh, I won't get a reading now because Bob's busy. I still will get you in, but you might have to wait a few extra days. But thank you for all of you. Yesterday I was working nonstop with private readings, and I just didn't even have time to get a video out. So some days are like that. But I'm so glad you're here. And it's Yoga Friday, and I thought I'd come spend just a few minutes with you here. Today we're going to talk about another mystical god of yoga. That's right. In fact, I'm going to bring his picture up here for you. I'm sure many of you will know who this is, and many of you already know and love him so very much. This is the mystical Lord Ganesh. He is the son of Lord Shiva, and he's a mystical being in the Hindu pantheon. And Lord Ganesh has a lot of mystic psychic powers. He's connected to yoga through the psychic elements of yoga. And we're going to talk about Lord Ganesh today, his history, where he comes from, who he is. And so just hang with us, okay? By the way, I know I'm going to get questions. People saying, tell us about your jewelry. You didn't tell us about your jewelry today. So let's cover that and then we'll jump into the rest of the video. So today I'm wearing, some royal jewelry. I'm a royalist. My friends in Britain and Australia, they're sympathetic to the royal family. Well, I think understand that. But this is a really interesting vintage piece of jewelry. This pendant is from 1937. That's right. It's an original piece from 1937. And this pendant was created for the coronation of King George VI. There it is. You can see it says coronation of King George VI. King George VI is the current Queen of England, or Queen of the United Kingdom's father. So we have Queen Elizabeth II, but her father was George VI. This is from when he became king in 1937. So this is an original piece that was released as a souvenir of the coronation at that time. So I'm wearing that today and really quite enjoying it. I'm also wearing a beautiful crown pin. It's hard to see here, but it's a crown with a sword passing through it. And it's little zirconia crystal, the little pearls, they look like pearls, are actually crystals. So there you go. So I'm in my royal mode, wear my royal crowns. Well, let's talk a little bit about Lord Ganesh, shall we? So Lord Ganesh is an interesting deity because he looks like he's half human and half elephant. And the truth is, he's half humanoid and half elephant. Now, for those of you who may not have seen him, he comes out of India. And Lord Ganesh is a very powerful god. And so he helps people break through obstacles. If you're stuck and you can't find a way out of a problem, pray to Lord Ganesh. He's going to help you. Let's look at his anatomy so you can understand it. So he has, first of all, the head of an elephant. And the story behind this is that Lord Shiva's wife, Parvati, there was Shiva and Parvati, and they had a son, which was Lord Ganesh. One day, Shiva was away traveling, and Parvati asked her son to stand guard at the door of the house while she was taking a bath so no intruders would come in. Well, Lord Shiva came home unexpectedly, and he'd been away for several months, and his son had grown, and at first he didn't recognize his son, and he grabbed a sword and chopped off his head, thinking it was an invader at his home. Well, he come to find out he had just decapitated his own son. and he was despondent. And another god said to him, well, you've lost the head of your son, but we give you a special power that if you find the first animal that you can find, touch its head and it will transfer to your son. So Lord Shiva was walking along and saw an elephant. He touched the elephant and the head went to his son. And his son now had a new head and came back to life. And so this is part of the story. I think that the truth is, though, that Lord Ganesh is actually an ancient representation of the horned Lord. You know, in Wicca, we talk about the Lord and the Lady, the horned Lord. He's Lord of the animals, Lord of the forest, Lord of the woodland. Well, I believe Lord Ganesh is the Hindu version of the horned Lord. He has tusks, which in a sense are really like horns. And he's a lord over creatures. He's one creature that he travels with. I don't know if you can see it here in this picture, is a little mouse. Do you see down there at the bottom above my finger? Lord Ganesh has a pet mouse who travels with him. He loves the mice. He loves mice. And so Lord Ganesh, here in this picture, he has 4 arms. Okay. One holds a lotus flower here, as you can see. And that means that he will help you to raise your consciousness, to be like the lotus, pure and holy. The other thing he carries is an axe. It's called a battle axe, and it's used to break down doors. Anything door that is closed to you, Lord Ganesh can bust down the door and help you to get through. His other hand is held in blessing. As you can see here, it has the sign Om on his hand. He gives the blessing of the cosmic sound of Om, the universal vibration of divinity or deity. And his other hand holds a trident. And this shows his relationship to his father, Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is the Lord of past, present, and future. There are some who worship Ganesh who believe he is the Lord of past, present, and future. And so he holds the trident, a symbol of authority, of divine power and majesty. The rest of his body, you'll notice, is a human form. Some people say Lord Ganesh is just an elephant, but that's not true. He's part human, or humanoid, I should say, and part elephant. And so he has the form of walking upright on 2 feet as a person. He has a body and arms and hands similar to a person, shoulders, chest, back, but he has the head of an elephant. So this is his form, as many people have claimed to see him. Lord Ganesh has appeared to many people over the years through visions and in dreams, and they've all said this is really what he looks like. The ancient rishis, which are the seers of India, call on Lord Ganesh. Now, if you're studying yoga, he is a master of breaking through your challenges in yoga, and Lord Ganesh will help you to learn the postures and the mantras and all of that. So call on Lord Ganesh as a help with yoga as well. Now, Lord Ganesh has many ways you can worship him. Some people have a picture like this that they put up, but there are other things. Let me show you some other things here. Hold on just a sec. Lord Ganesh can be worshipped in 2 forms. One, as I said, is the picture form. And this is a great option if you don't have a lot of room or you don't have a lot of money. You can just get a picture of Lord Ganesh, frame it, and put it up. By the way, I should tell you that in the Hindu faith, you should frame deity pictures. It's irreverent just to stick tacks in them and stick them on the wall. Don't do that. Frame them and give them a place of reverence and honor. The other form that you can find Lord Ganesh in is in a 3-dimensional form. And I happen to have a beautiful statue of him here. And this is a statue, as you can see, of Lord Ganesh. And he has all the traditional stuff, the elephant head. He's holding in his hands here sweets. I think they call these Madaka balls. Lord Ganesh, by the way, loves sweets. So if you make an offering to him, you don't know what to do, just give him candy. He loves coconuts. He loves candy. He loves all things sweet, cake. Oh, Lord Ganesh is sure to be all about that. And like the other pictures, he's holding, and this one he's holding, it looks like a battle axe again. And then he also holds a lotus flower in this hand. And then his sweets in that hand, and that hand gives blessing. So this is one of the 3-dimensional forms of Lord Ganesh as a statue form. There are also other little pictures. Here's a small little picture of Lord Ganesh. Lord Ganesh, many people take him when they travel as a way to get through their journeys without challenges. So, but he can be a journey, either a physical journey on earth or a soul journey. If you're trying to move beyond a period in your life where you've been stagnant emotionally, maybe depressed, Lord Ganesh helps you to break out of those tough times in our lives as well. And for this reason, he's loved by so many people. Here I have a special statue of Lord Ganesh. It's all the way from India. And this has been actually energized by a Hindu priest. Now, in the Hindu religion, when you have a statue of a god, it needs to be consecrated. So this went through a special consecration ritual, and now the presence of the deity dwells within it. So if you go to somebody's house and you see statues of Lord Ganesh, don't just say, oh, that's just a statue and pick it up. No, no, no. Don't touch anything that's a statue. Because it's believed in the Hindu faith that within this actual image resides a divine spark of energy, and that I can directly speak to Lord Ganesh through his idol form or his murti. So Lord Ganesh is a wonderful god. Now, if you want to learn some mantras to him, one of the mantras to Lord Ganesh is Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. So it'd be like Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. Okay, that's one way to invoke him. You can also say Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, which means Hail Lord Ganesh. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. And so Lord Ganesh is a wonderful God. One of the things you'll find with Lord Ganesh is that not only will he help you with yoga, but he'll help you in education as well. He's a God of learning. So if you're trying to learn a new skill, a new computer program, learn how to read, anything that's learning oriented, he loves. So you can invoke Lord Ganesh for all your needs related to learning. You see, so much that you can do with Lord Ganesh. Oh, I forgot to tell you, the colors of Lord Ganesh are predominantly red and yellow. You often see him he's wearing a yellow robes here, are called a dhoti, which is a male cloth that they wear around the waist, similar to pants. But yellow is his color, yellow and red. Sometimes he's in red, sometimes he's in yellow. But I'll tell you, if you want to make a shrine to Lord Ganesh, you can't go wrong if you use those two colors in the shrine. Well, guys, listen, I got to keep this short because I have a very full day today. But I wanted just to come here and introduce you to Lord Ganesh and encourage you to study him, learn his form, learn his mantras. There are different mantras to Ganesh, and invoke him in your yogic studies. And he is sure to come and bless you. Here's my Lord Ganesh that was blessed by the priest, consecrated. And I love him. I just always venerate him. In the Hindu tradition, it's traditional. If you have a holy object, to touch it to your head. It's like a sign of bowing and reverence. So this deity form, I'm going to just say, Hail Lord Ganesh. You see. So there you go. Well, guys, listen, as I said, I got to keep it short. Psychic Bob loves you. Thank you for your patience as I'm just in crunch mode right now. Everything's fine. But listen, keep it here at Spirit Channel. Make sure to help me out. Like this video, favorite it, share with your friends, hit subscribe, be part of our scene. Oh, and don't forget, go over now and register for tomorrow's psychic development class. We're going to focus on how to hear messages from Spirit and how we know that Spirit is communicating with us. So if you've been saying, well, I think I'm getting stuff, could Spirit be talking to me? We're going to go in depth tomorrow on how you know when Spirit is talking to you. So don't miss it. Go over to my website, PsychicBob.com, and register today. It's only $30 for the class we're going to hold on Zoom tomorrow. 2 hours live training with Psychic Bob. If you've ever thought, gee, I'd love to sit down with Psychic Bob, work on my gifts, get to understand some stuff, you want to come join our Saturday class. Okay, so register over at my website, PsychicBob.com. That link will be below. The price, as I said, is $30. Now, I know some people are saying, well, why are you charging that? Well, this is professional level training. This isn't just come and hang out and have fun. This is kind of focused professional training. So I invite you to consider, if you've been wanting to work on your psychic development, whether you want to be a professional psychic or not, this training will really help you. So I hope you'll come out and consider, being part of our scene. Well, guys, listen, I love you. Keep it here at Spirit Channel. We'll be back here tomorrow. And in the meantime, enjoy some pictures here of Lord Ganesh. We'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday. We're going to have our Saturday night seance. Don't miss it. Be here. But in the meantime, join us on Saturday for our psychic development class, where we're going to learn to understand what are signs from spirit. So I hope you'll be there. Psychic Bob loves you. We'll be back here tomorrow. Until then, may all of you always blessed be.